Keith Murray, Canibus.
I could just do the thing, you know?
And show him proof.
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keith Murray Canibus EP right now online in the streets. Go pick that up, man. 7 songs of mayhem. It's for the underground. Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? Make no mistakes about what it is.
Undergods are in the building right now.
Undergods.
I love the name. For real.
Word up.
The name is crazy.
The Pop Killers.
Now that track, that track we just played, Cat. Wow, wow, Cat. I know you
I'm the illest nigga alive. Watch me prove it.
I know you got something to say about this one, Cat.
Oh no, I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it peaceful. We're not gonna rehash things that just.
Yo,
change.
you want to ask about the battle, but listen, it shouldn't be tension. That was a part of hip hop in the
exactly
period. It ain't the same feelings between Canibus and L now, and I know that by talking to Canibus. So when the record come on, you can't rekindle what happened then because it was a part of time and it's moved on.
The thing that was like kind of interesting about that is at the time when Canibus stepped up to LL and released Second Round Knockout, these cats were like, who is this who is this what is this David and Goliath scenario? And then lo and behold, you became one of the greatest lyricists in hip hop. And for you right now,
but you gotta thank LL for that too, for him being one of the greatest. Canada's being to this day one of the greatest.
Sure.
Yeah, see, well, yeah, of course you got to big up L, man. You got to big up all the pioneers and all the artists, all of them, because, 4-3-2-1, Second Round Knockout, anything that was subsequently made after that, and all of the other records where artists were airing their differences out in the music as opposed to, other ways, alternatives. They was airing it out with the music, and music started to become real cerebral because you were saying things, you were trying to, evoke emotion out of people and things of that nature, and the listeners alike. And that was meant to all grow the art form and grow, you could say like a sense of community among, hip hop patrons, people who listen to hip hop music, celebrate the culture of hip hop, and just, globally too, every continent on the planet that love hip hop. It was meant to grow it, not create a monster out of it that is so rampant and ran on such a rage that it's starting to eat the people that made it. Like, we made those recorurs.
Yeah,
so don't use the media to try to eat us up with our own records. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the radio station, but the establishment in general want to eat you up with your own art.
Right.
So you just got to...
That is a form of energy.
Yeah, you got to protect yourself at all times, you know what I'm saying? You making the music, and then now we got to, as artists, we got to pay attention to what it is that's happening afterwards. You know what I mean? And then, making, not having the opportunity to be in the media to say, nah, everything is cool. Everybody need to come together and do records together, And if you got difference, you can air it out on a song and not, you know what I'm saying? I always say, somebody say, all right, well, yeah, man, you like somebody that hates your guts, you know what I'm saying? They want to put your intestines right there beside you. They're a hater. They hate you. They might not know you. They still hate you. But what do we have in common? What does you and your hater have in common? Well, you got a family at home that you're taking care of, and loved ones that's riding for you, that want to see you do your thing. That's your dream. And they got the same thing at home on the other side of the fence with them, that want them, if something happened to them, they crying too. Like, damn, I want you to have your opportunity. Same thing for so we gotta start to putting together how we're more alike than we're different, and start to make that reflect in our music. And then, maybe we might have a little bit more things to play with, you know what I'm saying?
See, back then you had beef on wax, that was different. But now with technology, you got Twitter beef, you got Facebook beef,
you got all types of shit. They take your face and put it on a orangutan.
Photoshop beef.
It's meant to grow the culture though, and it's meant to just, if anything, make another MC sharper, or just, it's not meant to turn on you and try to eat you up. That's not what it's meant to do.
It's supposed to make you stronger.
It's poetry. It's design. You know what I mean? It's designed for. It's just artistry and poetry, and then just putting it all together. It's like in Olympics. Olympics or something. You know what I'm saying? Like they performing, you know, in front of the world on a world stage. They performing, and then you know, no matter who won, everybody was performing at an elite level, and so that's what hip hop. You know, we built a fraternity of sorts, and so, you know, hip hop should take it upon itself to start to treat each other and the patrons of it, you know, as though we all contributed to it.
You were speaking on, you know, trying to find those similarities and, you know, common ground with these other MCs. Nowadays, do you see any new cats who had that fire that you had the moment you were writing Second Round Knockout? If someone were to come and, you know, come at you, do you see like any of these MCs that are out today that have that kind of fire?
They all got the fire. They all got, if they sit down and they penning a rhyme, or they putting any type of effort to it, you know, getting up into their theta waves and they concentrating on it enough to buy equipment or anything of that nature, they got the fire. It's just everybody don't have the same influences. So they're gonna do what influenced them. And so that's something that is different of every fingerprint. You know, everybody is different that way. So that's what
nowadays, you know, like I be out a lot and stuff, and you don't see artists really mingling with each other. When artists back then got into it, it was over something significant, not just because somebody feel they want to diss you.
Right.
Yep.
Any ones in particular that you're proud of? Any MCs that you're, you know, like?
A lot of MCs.
What you mean, like who though?
Like and that's what I'm asking. Anyone that you see as like carrying the torch, that you're like, you know what, in come 10, 15 years, we'll be okay. You know.
Oh. There's not really too many main like artists that's on the label now that has that. There's a lot of underground people, you know what I'm saying, that you see out there in them battles on YouTube and shit like that look talented. But as far as sign, I don't really see that like that. I can't say in 15 years Lil Wayne is gonna be killing it, because I see him as being here for so long, but he's like on the forefront. I like him right now.
Any of the, I mean, you know,
like who? Give me a name.
I don't know. Okay, what do you think of? God. What about Drake?
I was just gonna say.
Oh, I like Drake.
Yeah,
I like Drake.
How about J. Cole?
I'm not really into him. I can't really recite a rhyme from him right now. You know what I'm saying? But Drake, I like Drake.
There's just a whole other class now.
I got names of artists too that I work with, you know, because between, you know, you got shows and then you got vocaling. You know what I'm saying, that you're doing for projects that you're working on, and then you got features, you know, this is work that you get, you know what I'm saying, as an artist, people want to work with you, you know, they pay you for your verse. You know, I got names like artists that I work with, like Soldato Eterno, he out of Jersey, Mr. Chaos out of Spain, Big Haas from Australia, Culture Shock, Lee's Edutainment, Just One from Boston, K Rhino from Texas, you know what I'm saying, me and Murray.
Like that. I got my little brother, D Murray.
Little D Murray.
Yeah, he came up under me and my whole family, and I see him going for 10 years, but he's not on the major right now, but he will be, so look out for him.
You notice what he said? He said Australia, he said Spain, he said Boston, he said Texas, global.
Yeah. That's one thing about me and Canibus too. By the grace of God, we two artists that's globally respected and known. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in America can't even understand what that begins to mean.
We couldn't make a show in Johannesburg because of other commitments. We couldn't make a show. Wow. See what I mean? And this is like, you know, it's not like we going out there to an arena.
They like, oh shit, that nigga.
It's not we going like it's not like we going to an arena, but we still would be able to perform over there, you know. And that's why I say, man, everything that was done, you know what I'm saying. Like last night, I did an interview, and I tell the people, man, I said to them before they were asking all the question, and I just said, listen, man. I give hip hop everything, you know what I'm saying? I give it everything till I don't have nothing left for myself. So the music was made, no matter what was done, it was all made to grow the culture and to water it. Every time I write a verse, I'm watering the lifeline and the life in hip hop. And same thing with Murray, and that's why we come together and we do the Undergods. And it ain't about what we do before, because that record is about everything that's going on like now. And it talk about, you know, collaborations and the importance of unity and the fundamentals of a community type like collective mind, you know what I'm saying?